All right, so let's talk about the DNC not choosing Fox News to host their primary debates. I mean, is that really a shocker? Is that a surprise to anybody? Why is that even newsworthy? Actually, I have my own theory. We'll get to that later. But this should come as no shock to anybody. I mean, 90% of the media is left-leaning. They have some kind of liberal slant to varying degrees, right? MSNBC, CNN are super far left. But they're just propaganda extensions of the Democrats. We've known this. Like, that is all but a proven fact. 90% of the media coverage of Trump is negative. I believe 85% of journalists are registered Democrats. I don't even know why we call them journalists anymore, because they're really just left-wing political activists, but that's another story. I mean, so of course they would choose them. They're going to be coddled. They'll underhand the questions. It'll be softball, easy peasy for the debates. They might even get the questions beforehand, kind of like Hillary did. But again, that's neither here nor there. You know what's interesting is how the media, the mainstream media, is the majority of it is left-leaning, but they present themselves as objective truth tellers. Like, we call it right down the middle. We just tell the truth. How is anybody buying that still? A lot of people are. And it's not just the alphabet soups of the ABC, NBC, CBS. It's the digital media too. It's Huffington Post, Vice, Vox, WAPO. It's all of them. But they convinced everybody that they're just telling the truth. They're just, even though it's obvious that Fox News is the only one on TV that will actually tell the truth about Trump. You actually on Fox News, you can't even escape a liberal opinion because they have a lot of liberals on their network. So you couldn't even turn on your TV and get total conservative point of view. So the media, as I said before, plenty of times before, they have two objectives: revenue and shape public opinion. So when they have all these clickbaity headlines and titles, it's because they're trying to generate revenue. And they know that they can subvert and manipulate, lie through omission, tell you everything is one way when it's literally the opposite. Prime example, they have convinced a lot of people in this country that white men in MAGA hats are running around barbarically harassing, beating, intimidating minorities, people of color, LGBT, women. They have a lot of people believing that, despite the fact that literally the opposite thing is true. I'm not even mad that they are liars and propagandists. What pisses me off is that they lie about it. I would rather them be honest that, yep, we're left-leaning, we're biased, we love Democrats. Fox News, I'm okay with them being biased towards the right because they don't really hide it. It's pretty obvious that Fox News has a conservative leaning. But the left-wing media presents themselves as being central and neutral. It's not true. I actually used to believe that, though. I used to believe CNN was a central news organization. Man, I couldn't have been more wrong about that. So anyway, they lie, they manipulate, and people, for the most part, still fall for it. They will buy these truths wholesale, these lies, rather. Right? How could they convince so many people to rush to judgment on those Covington Catholic kids? How did they convince a lot of people about the Jussie Smollett incident, even though it only takes a couple brain cells and a little critical thinking to pick that apart? They still are able to convince 90% of people. 90% of people are still being brainwashed by that propaganda. They don't even believe it is propaganda. They don't even believe that they're being lied to. It's easier to lie to them than convince them they've been lied to. That's how it works. They do their jobs. The people in the media, I don't think they're stupid. I think they're really smart. I think they studied psychology. That's why they use all these buzzwords like racism, sexism, because they can trigger a response. They can manipulate emotions. Right? I've talked about this before. A lot of people I don't think are there with me, but there's waves coming out of the tail live vision. And the waves, they have frequencies. And the words that carry frequencies. And those frequencies will change the way you think and the way you view the world. And because of that, a lot of people, they just are comfortable being fed information. I personally like to wake up to a buffet of information, and I get to pick and choose and decide which information I'm going to take in, what's useful to me, not the other way around where I just browse the internet or turn on whatever, and then I see the stories and then I just take in that information because I know it's a business. These are corporate run media outlets. So the reason why I think that this was by design is because obviously for them saying the DNC won't choose Fox News is because it's a way to smear Fox News as like they're the fake ones. That's the propaganda outlet for Trump. That's where he gets his talking points from. Well, I for one am grateful for Fox News because without Fox News, I wouldn't be able to hear a conservative talking point at all. I wouldn't get a conservative point of view unless I actually sought it out because it's not on TV anywhere else. So of course they want to demonize Fox. And I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Fox News is controlled opposition. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, Fox News to be on TV and to hold their positions and be corporate and be funded and have all this ad revenue, you know someone up top is pulling those strings. I do like some of the personalities on there. I like Tucker Carlson. I like Greg Gutfeld. I like Laura Ingraham. I like Jesse Waters. And of course, Judge Jeanine. I mean, there's a lot of personalities on there I do like. But then, like I said before, there are liberal personalities on there. You can't escape a left-wing slant even on a conservative news outlet. So, yeah, that's just all I had to say about it. What do you guys think? Sound off. Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. As I mentioned before, this channel is 100% shadow banned, so the only way I reach new people is by you guys sharing. So please do that, and I'll catch you in the next video.